it's TRIXXI'S. Welcome to the underground. I hope I'm better this week than last week because I guess I was told by my mother, you didn't look prepared. No, I just couldn't read. I just can't read my writing, so I got to print. So I went to see Kim Russo last night at Mohegan Sun with my sisters, her friend, my brother-in-law. And I mean, I'm glad I went, but it wasn't great. I mean, we didn't get a personal reading. We kind of knew this going in. We had to wait in a line, and then it was the wrong line because they threw us out. And they said, we have to sweep the place. I don't know for what, but we had to go outside, and then they let us in. We took our seats. There was this weird gentleman with a bright yellow, not a gown, but like a robe, like, I don't know, like a... like someone from Sister Act, the way dressing like that, or some cult. I don't know, but he kind of followed us everywhere. I thought he was going to come home with us in the car. I'd be sitting next to him. And the audio was horrifying. They couldn't figure out her audio. It was screeching. And then anybody she went to read, we couldn't hear them. And I felt like going up there and just holding the microphone to their mouths. She went right in front of us, the row in front of us. I was hoping for my sister because it was her birthday. I took her and, she wanted to talk to my dad. I do not want to talk to dead people. Thank you very much. I'll wait till I die to see the dead people. But she really wanted that. She really took it hard, like probably the hardest when my dad died. And she skipped over us. I guess she wasn't feeling us. So she went to it was weird how she walked around. She went to the way, it doesn't even matter where you sat because we were like in the fifth row. I tried to get in the middle. She didn't care. So she went in the back row and she talked to this mother and then she went to the son. I don't know why. She gets these weird vibes. And she goes, I'm getting a quad. And so he was on a quad and she goes, did you hit a tree? And he's like, yeah. You talk like he hit a tree. He couldn't even really speak. And she said there was like a spirit of a dead boy that helped him survive, and the mother's freaking out because I guess the kid never told her he hit a tree. So, and then there was this funny Italian lady. She was the best. She was talking about some woman. She goes, yeah, she's a bitch. It was very funny. But at the end, I was like, I'm going to get a picture. I'm going to get a picture with her because I got one with Anna Navarro. There was 200 people there, and Anna Navarro accommodated me. She came right up to me after, and we took a little selfie together. But somebody asked Kim, and she goes, I can't do pictures because everybody's going to want one. So I was a little disappointed that I don't know, maybe if I asked her, right? But I just think that. And then on the way home, my brother-in-law, he couldn't deal with the Connecticut drivers. He drives the speed limit, and they were all passing him and racing because that's what they do in CT. And so I wanted the pictures to upload to Facebook, and my sister's like, no, you're not getting them until we edit them, until we look spectacular. So I looked at them because she gave them to me this morning. It's like, I look the same. You did not make me look like Megan Fox, okay, Rose Report? So I don't know what she's talking about. We went to my sister had a party. It was like a horror party where you had to dress as a horror figure. So I wanted to be Jack Nicholson at first, but I probably couldn't hold the act. So I dressed as Shelley Duvall. And I cannot make this hair stringy enough. I put it up. I have no hair, so it was hard to even put up. Hard to make look stringy, but I brought a bat, Jack! Yeah, it was okay. But my 9-year-old made us watch that movie, Megan, okay? Did anybody ever see that? I'm going to spoil everybody if you didn't see it. Allison Williams was in it. Remember her from Get Out? She's in all these weird movies. So she invented Megan. It's an AI, real life, weirdo eyes. And she killed a German Shepherd, which turned me off right in the beginning. And she killed this would-be serial killer, this boy that was horrible. So he deserved to go. But halfway through the movie, it was getting dark. And my mother's like, I gotta go home. I can't see in the dark. So then for some reason, we all got up and left. And I didn't get to see the end of the movie. Not like it was a great movie, but I started to get into it. But that Megan, she held a grudge. You know what? I think that I could probably use Megan at work if someone's rude to me. I had this woman, when I was in Manchester, this woman said to me, I just went up to her nice, like I'm nice to everybody. And I said, ma'am, just a quick question for you. What do you want? I'm not kidding, just like that. And I said, are you serious? If you are, I'll walk away. Spit it out. I'm not kidding, just like that. I was just like, okay, I could have used Megan. Megan would have fixed her. So yeah, I'd like to bring Megan to work. Speaking of work, I have a stalker at work. This guy, this Trump supporter, not you, John, he's very, you're normal. He's on the flip side. So he followed me down the aisles. I'm trying to work, and he's trying to force me to watch these Trump videos. I do not want to watch Trump videos. So he's sending them to my Facebook. Oh my, unbelievable. I just delete. He's kind of cute, good looking in a psychopathic sort of way. This guy who works there, this black man, he's like, what does he look like? You know how black guys are, they're chivalrous. And I said, look, I don't want to put him in jail. He's like, describe him. I said, black shirt, white male, white, as in white supremacist. That's what I said to him. But I didn't want to get him in trouble, because he's like, he tells me he's in love with me. He's like, oh yeah, just imagine us together. I'm like, no, we would kill each other. And he said, yeah, what a way to go. So speaking of the axe in Jack Nicholson, remember that United Airlines pilot? I think he's like 70 something years old, swinging an axe at a gate at a parking lot in Denver at the airport. I don't know why he had an axe. What's he doing with an axe in his car? I don't have an axe in my car. Just crazy. What's he doing piloting our planes? I hope they get rid of him. But he couldn't take the line. You know how we're all a little crazy. I get a little restless too when I'm waiting in a long line. But he said he just hit his breaking point. Yeah, obviously. Trying to alleviate the long line. A little crazy though. I mean, I know we're all one step away from losing it. So if you're eating, stop eating because you're going to get sick. A family in Michigan found a live frog. What did they all open the spinach at once? It was a triple washed organic. Oh God. This is why I do not eat vegetables. You never know what's crawling around. But there was a live frog in the organic spinach. So one more reason not to eat my green veggies. One story about a frog that I have. So my mother has a pond at her house, and she had koi fish, and I guess not a good night for the fish. Bird swooped down, some bird, I don't know, a big bird, and ate all the kois, okay? So I just went and looked the next day at the murder scene, and I saw this frog. I think it was the dad. Maybe he hid the family underneath the water. And he looked at me, and I swear to you, he looked like he saw a murder. He witnessed something bad happening. And he survived it. Can you imagine watching that? You see a bird come in there. I don't like that. Even if it's fish. I just don't like that stuff. But I felt like I wanted to get a report from the frog because his eyes were so frightened. Billy Porter is upset with Harry Styles because he graced the cover in a dress of Vogue. He called him like the straight white male. We don't know that Harry Styles is straight. He never said it. And if he's wearing a dress, John, how many times have you worn a dress? RuPaul actually looked good in a Confederate flag dress. He looked actually sexy. I was actually attracted to RuPaul in the 80s. Was it the 80s? When did he come out with Supermodel? No, I think it was the 90s. I'm not really sure now. But he was in that movie Tu Wong Fu. Anyway, I thought he was hysterical. So I just think of... because Taylor Swift dated him. I knew you were trouble because she said, I guess you didn't care. And I guess I like that. And it reminds me of how I am with women. That's normal, huh? I like people that don't like me. Health inspectors, again, stop eating, found in Caesar's Palace and MGM, the MGM Grand, and 5 other hotels in Vegas had bed bugs last year on the Strip. You don't really expect that. And I'm going to Foxwoods for my birthday. I'm kind of nervous about that because I never thought about bed bugs. I'm always staying in hotels, and they say put your luggage in the bathtub because they don't go there. I'm not going to take any clothes out of my luggage. And I don't know if I should just take a magnifying glass or something, maybe use my phone to search. I guess they're in the mattress, the pillowcases, behind the TV. So, yeah, I'm kind of paranoid about bugs. My mother made me that way. But I think Foxwoods is pretty clean. I'm going there for my birthday to see James Kennedy from Vanderpump Rules. Last time I saw him, it was 2020, I think. I don't even remember. But he was just starting out, and I loved him. So, if nobody goes with me, I'm going alone. I don't care. I'll have a great time by myself. Talking a little bit about Playboy. I know I talk a little bit too much about this, but they had a women in uniform theme, and they had this NYPD female who got fired for posing, and I guess they had a guy who was a cop who posed for Playgirl. He kept his job. Really not fair, guys. Don't do that. They have cops that commit crimes still in uniform, so I think if you're naked, I really don't care. They had a paralyzed, disabled woman. She actually thought it was good because she didn't feel sexy. She wanted to die after her car accident, and she felt sexy. She actually was pretty. And, good for her. They had the first trans French model And if you did not tell me she was trans, I would never have known and she was getting death threats. I guess it was Hugh Hefner's last okay for the magazine. They called her ugly, not a woman. Stop confusing our kids. What are kids doing watching Playboy? What are they looking at Playboy for? Get your kids out of the magazine. That's what I say. And why are you standing there with those signs? I think of that Taylor Swift song. And you'd rather be making those signs. It must have taken all night. I love it. I'm sorry, I keep doing Taylor Swift. One woman was a drill sergeant, and she got thrown out of the Air Force. Encouraged by their husbands, these women. Bad boys, bad boys. So she had a nude audition. The military said it was okay. They allow Satanists, for crying out loud. They allow white supremacists in there. Come on, what's a Playboy model? Who cares about that? No nude spreads. I guess not. She was honorably discharged. Who else was in? They had a light-skinned black woman because there weren't any black models in Playboy. They had her posing on cables, which I don't understand why that's sexy. It makes me think like S&M or something? Like tying her up with the cables? Sounds like Army Hammer. I don't know. But the trans woman had death threats. I mean, I don't really understand these people, but Trump was indicted a fourth time. I don't want him to go to jail now because I said I transitioned to a man, but I didn't say anything about him going in house arrest. So I'm exempt. Right, John? You're not going to make me transition if he goes house arrest. I think that this is going to be good for his career, though. His numbers keep skyrocketing every time he gets indicted. And he's tied with Biden. That's how bad things are. That he's got 4 indictments and he's tied with Biden. I don't get it. All I can say is I love that Sidney Powell was charged. Giuliani, Mark Meadows. I never liked Mark Meadows. He has to surrender in like Friday. I think he's got to, can you imagine? He must be getting stressed. I don't care. I know he's been through a lot, but this is going to really take him. I don't know. I hope we can watch this on national TV because this is very interesting to me. I'm into all this stuff. So I bagged out of the Brooklyn Fair next weekend because it's supposed to be like torrential rain, lightning. I cannot work in those conditions. Sorry, I'm a prima donna. But we have Hurricane Hillary. Did you guys see Hillary on MSNBC? My sister told me about it. I don't know why she watched. She loves Mika and Joe Scarborough. My stalker thinks that Mika and Joe should be tried for treason, which is crazy. I don't get it. Like they're part of the media. You can't try the media. We can think what we want, But yeah, I don't watch MSNBC too much. But I guess Hillary was laughing that Trump was indicted because he wanted her to go to jail. Hillary for prison. Remember that? Lock her up. He's not going to get locked up, but he might. Who knows? Who knows if he does house arrest? Can he run the country from the house arrest? I don't know if he can do his little rallies, but this has got to weigh on him. I can't imagine that he's okay with all these indictments. He does fundraise off them. Please do not give this man any money. There's a bug. I'm paranoid of bugs. John, you didn't sweep the place. Sweep the place of bugs. All right, you guys. The summer is ending soon. I went to the beach once. Look at my white face. It's terrible. Oh, speaking of faces, during the Kim Russo, when we were in line, my sister and her friend and my other sister were talking about getting plastic surgery. I'm not doing it. Maybe when Jane Fonda did it, like in her 70s, but I can't see my flaws unless I put on my glasses. So you guys have to look at me. I don't have to look at me. I don't care. But they were all talking about this stuff. My poor brother-in-law had to hear us all talking about plastic surgeons. And that freaks me out. It's like if you shoot my face or something, or I don't like that. But if I start growing another neck or chicken neck or something, I don't know. You never know how you're going to feel when you turn. I figure like when Jane Fonda did it, she still was looking good, but she didn't like the way she looked. So I think if I get like that and I can no longer pass a mirror. Actually, I'm getting like that now. But I'm approaching old age. I don't have much time left. But thanks, you guys, for listening. I hope you like this one because I was full of energy. And I had to do it twice because John forgot to put on the microphone. Thanks for listening, watching. We'll see you again next week. Have a great week. I should I should film you.